Max and I last rode in the Gunks together maybe a year before we started Rubber and Road. We just had dreams to come back to Minnewaska about 5 years later in our kit. Feels special.
In our previous video, if we said that Cold Spring is the gate of gravel cycling in the Northeast, I think that the Gunks and Minnewaska and Mohonk are gravel heaven. You can spend days up there.
I mean, the view from where we had lunch, it's incredible.
90 miles north of New York City in a place called the Shawungunk Ridge, which is a mountain range. It's part of the Appalachian Mountains. We're talking about two parks adjacent to each other. The northern portion is called Mohonk Preserve, which is a privately owned nature preserve. Adjacent to that is Minnewaska State Park. Both combined offer about 100 miles of crushed fine gravel trails.
One of the things that are most interesting about Minnewaska is that you have these trails that are really well maintained and much easier to ride, not technical at all, but really challenging in terms of the climbing. This ride is stunning from the second that you get off the train. Stunning views of the Hudson from both sides. There's almost an initiation. As you're starting to get close to Mohonk, you see the gates of Mohonk. That's another big part of this experience because once you are getting through this gate, it's a transformation. You're in a different era, you're in a different time, you're in a different world. The trees look different, the skies look different, the colors look different.
You feel different.
You feel different.
After venturing and meandering up and down, twisting turns through Mohonk, we head south and into Minnewaska State Park towards Castle Rock.
Yeah.
Which
mind-blowing.
Ridiculous.
The lunch spot was just out of this world. I mean, everything was out of this world, but the lunch spot was just incredible. I don't know, even the architecture of these
little huts
is just like
these cliffside gazebos.
It almost looks like nature planted them there. It feels so organic to this place that you get such incredible feelings just being there and sitting in these hats and looking at the world in a different way, from a completely different perspective that we don't get to see every day.
A thunderstorm passed right over us.
Yes, that was fun. I really enjoyed the thunderstorm, honestly.
One of the unique aspects and characteristics about this region are the views.
Yeah.
Because more often than not, when we are riding gravel here in the Northeast, you're pretty much under tree cover. You don't have these breathtaking views you might have in other regions, but the Gunks really does have these sweeping vistas that you can see for miles and miles, and it's really unbelievable. You just look out from one of the cliffs, you see the hawks circling around through the valley, and you really feel deeply connected to nature. And it's just an incredible place to ride.
That's what makes every climb really rewarding, because with every climb, with every descent, you get to see things that you don't get to see anywhere. Minnewaska just feel like it's been casted with the spells of every witch that ever lived in the area. And everything feels really haunted. Like when the trees move and you have the rain.
It does a little bit. But the place is really enchanting.
I fell under the spell of Minnewaska. I think that it was a witch doing it to me.
If you enjoy learning about our adventures on bikes around the world, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
And if you don't, I will send the witch from Mohonk after you.
Don't do that.